Hi all, yep, just a quick video actually on the Sinclair C5 control box and pod. So what we had basically is this is obviously one here. It's been removed from its plastic casing. Got this test rig here, which basically has obviously a Sinclair C5 loom, lights on it, light switch. Here we've got the horn switch. Here we've got the throttle micro switch, and obviously attached onto the original sort of wiring loom here. Reduction horn works really well. We've got a motor down there as well as things like the temperature sort of units here. So yeah, this particular one here was faulty. What happened is basically it burnt a ginormous hole on the corner here where it sort of short circuited, etc. So that was completely mullered underneath there. So I'm still going to do a bit more work to tidy it up, but effectively that's how it's going to be because there isn't much board there behind it, which is cool. So yeah, off the back of that went wrong. Then on the back here, some of these bits of circuit here also went burnt as well. You know, either as a cause of the whole thing going up or just a sort of separate fault as well. So what I've done basically to get this thing working. Put a new wire on the back here to sort of connect up this faulty one here, and obviously inspected the rest of it to make sure it all looks visually good and sort of checked a few bits and pieces where necessary. Put in the washer here on the back, and on the front here, you know, I've got another washer on the side here. Now this particular one, when you sort of wired it all in, you know, the pod didn't work at all, nor did the relay here for the motor. So in order to fix that, I had to do a few bits and pieces, a few bits myself, and a few bits with a guy called MPP Jackson as well. He's got, you know, a lot of extra sort of knowledge on these sort of side of things. So what we did on this one is we replaced the R1, which is just underneath there. So sold a new one of these. I mean, these don't cost much for these sorts of components. The old R1 looked completely fine, but basically there was no voltage going through it, so although it visually looked fine, normally they do look mullered and burnt. This one looked fine, but it was also still mullered. So that was a starting point. And then after that went on to TR3, which is just through the hole just down there, and the TR2 on there. So that was cool. Also, somebody had put wrapped foil around the fuses, so sorted out as well, and put in a D1 because that was completely and utterly destroyed and literally cracked down the middle. So got all that working, you know, and then after that, finally the relay works off this, which is cool. But there was no lights on the pod, on the test pod. So basically that came down to being IC2, which is a little chip down there. I've got the chip we took out, which is just here, which is cool. So most of these things you can solder in quite easily with a sort of normal soldering iron, you know, but this one here, I had to do this one because I haven't got a soldering iron that's sort of suitable, and you also need one of those tools I found as well that sort of sucks the old solder off. You know, it's a bit not a big job, to be fair, once you've got the right sort of tools. So I did all that, reconnected it all up, just put it all on loosely, but obviously tighten those up, you know, a little bit as well. Yeah, and then got the battery down here. I use a mobility scooter battery, as everyone probably in the universe knows now. 33 amp 12, about £45–50 each, lasts really well. Connect up the juice, and job done. And there we are. So we've got the throttle here. Boom. Got the horn, which is cool as well. And that's it really. That's it actually. So yeah, so that's now working. So what I'll do is I'll leave that on for say about half an hour to make sure that it stays about there. You know, we shouldn't really see the battery really drop down, I don't think, really. You know, in fact, it's not doing anything, you know. But yeah, we'll monitor that for about half an hour just to see if anything else comes on. I'll then connect up the motor just up to here and just test the motor as well. But I did actually test it earlier, and it revs really nicely on that little motor. You know, so yeah, it's all good. That is. So yeah, those are the components you want. R1, TR3 down here, potentially TR2 here, D1 I used, and an IC2. So they're not very expensive, but I mean, obviously your problem could be completely different. But those are the items that I found that stopped the relay working and the pod from lighting up on there. So you know, a lot of these you can't necessarily test unless you're particularly skilled, you know. So you kind of have to go through one by one, sort of tracing it. But R1's always a good start, and then going on to these TRs is the next start. Cool, and obviously the switch there as well for the lights, and that's it, sort of thing. Yeah, working there. And hopefully that's some use to somebody, you know. Cool, nice one.